Private school funding did not start with Danielle Smith, so Alberta funds accredited private and independent schools at 70% of the per-student operating funding that public or separate schools receive. That rate is amongst the highest in Canada, and this funding model has gone through a long evolution. Private school funding started small, but over decades, successive provincial governments expanded it. In 1967, Alberta began providing public funding starting at a token of $100 per student per year. In the 1970s, it rose to about 33 to 40%, and under Premier Ed Stelmach's government in 2008, Alberta raised the funding rate to 70%. Okay, I have an aside here. Ed Stelmach was a progressive, conservative premier, and I want to read you an excerpt from the alberta.ca website describing him. An accident on the first day of grade 1 resulted in Ed badly breaking his leg, an injury that required hospitalization. The care he received at Sister Servants of Mary Immaculate Hospital in Mundare, where the world's largest sausage is, contributed significantly to his appreciation for faith-based community healthcare.
Oh, Jesus. Gross.
That's an oxymoron. Faith-based healthcare? No, faith-based healthcare is not a thing. Also, apparently, sorry, this is still an aside. Also, apparently he spent a considerable amount of time in Vegreville, which I don't know if you know, is in Alberta. And assumedly he was there a lot because of the concentration of Ukrainian immigrants that settled and designed the world's largest Easter egg. And this was the part of my research where, I'm like dead-eyed, slack-jawed, hunched over my laptop, and I knew it was time to cut, print, and move on. Anytime there's a connection to my DSM travel channel, I know it's time to go touch grass because the world has become too small. Anyway, back to the funding of private schools in Alberta. What is my life? Jesus. Okay, Alberta is an outlier, and many provinces either fund private schools at much lower rates or not at all. For example, Ontario, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island do not fund private schools at all. Zero. British Columbia provides private funding, but at lower percentages, and it is on a sliding scale, so many elite private schools get less public subsidies. Saskatchewan and Manitoba fund at about 50%, and Quebec funds at 60%. So Alberta's 70% really stands out, and this system is not natural or inevitable. It's a political choice that was built over decades and is increasingly criticized as a subsidy to elite operators rather than equitable support.